And now the thing is that LFY was lacking a building hitter, so that Pugna at least gives them that to be able to...
And, oh, that's pretty nice, the Ember Spirit as well, because you look, there's 3 heroes, what, the Dazzle, the PL, the Pugna. They can't do anything about that Ember Spirit jumping around. They've got to rely on the Lasso or the Shaker Lockdown, and that's something I think that Newbee are going to be pretty happy to play that Ember around. SCCC could have a pretty fun game.
Who banned Storm?
They did ban Storm, yeah.
Radiant banned Storm.
Oh, LFY.
Okay.
So is LFY going to do it, or are you sticking with Newbee?
Newbee, sure.
I really wish that LFY had it, but they picked the Phantom Lancer, and I've been right every time I've been against that hero, so I gotta go Newbee.
DDC on his Dazzle and Inflame on his Bat Rider. I have to go with LFY. So we'll see if that's gonna, if those 2 heroes can pull through. It's over to ODPixel and Fogged for game number 1.
Hello.
Hello! And welcome to the casting desk. I'm ODPixel, I'm here with Fogged, and we're ready for the first of we've got 3 best of 3s today.
Yeah, 3 best
They're
of
going to be
3s.
incredibly exciting. The 3 best teams, arguably, in China at the moment: Newbee, LFY, and VG Gaming. But first of all, we have Newbee LFY, game 1 kicking off. And we're seeing something a little different, which is always refreshing. We have got the KP Axe coming through. Yeah, had a pretty good game yesterday. We saw, of course, his outstanding puck performances. And I'm looking forward to see what he can do on the Axe, right? Hell, we may even see some some Roshan Aegis snatches from this. This is a great hero to just get in, starting the fights. KP is going to be leading the charge all the way for Newbee.
This is going to be a tough matchup for SCCC. They're going to have to give him help versus the Pugna, because Ember versus Pugna, that does not sound fun in the lane whatsoever. For this poor Ember Spirit, eat a couple blasts, and you can't pretty much never use Flame Pugna in the lane. That does not sound fun in the lane whatsoever, because Blast has this super low cooldown to always be able to spam it, having that 5-second cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, who could they have sit mid? I mean, what? Do you want to kind of see the Kotl go there? I mean, could the clock do much? Sort of just running at the Pugna early on, or?
You know, they're going to have to do something. Yeah. It looks like both teams are making some lane adjustments right away there. You look like they want to be putting like Bat Dazzle, it seems like, versus the Axe. And they want to pressure the Lifestealer with the Phantom Lancer at the start. It's going to be interesting, but...
I mean, that's quite nice though, isn't it, for LFY? Because they don't want to have the Bat Lifestealer lane. If they can get the Bat Axe lane, that's a pretty nasty lane right for the Axe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the Bat can definitely get kills in that situation.
Yeah.
If the Axe oversteps the mark.
I mean, Dazzle, you know, the way we say is that Axe is a counter to Dazzle, but in the laning phase, Dazzle's very good versus Axe, because the heal bomb versus the melee hero is quite nice. And it looks like LFY's going to claim themselves 3 runes.
Newbee not going to be able to contest any of those.
So both teams, I mean, I guess you could say a little light on the lockdown. We have Earthshaker and Bat Rider for LFY, while we have Newbee's Axe Call and Clockwork, and then the Root, I guess you could say, from the Ember Spirit. Ember can do very well versus Phantom Lancer, though. You can either go for the Radiance build for the game, or you go for the Battle Fury build to just directly counter the Phantom Lancer. I like the mid-one build, personally, where he goes the bots into the Radiance into Mjolnir and stuff like that. It's quite good in that type of instance of game, because you're not only playing versus PL, you're playing versus 2 heroes that really require Blink Dagger, Shaker and the Bat Rider, so you can really interfere with them quite a lot. And here we go right away. Top lane, Dazzle and PL. They drop a big heal bomb on Mugi right away, putting him down to 400 life. And KP should struggle a bit versus the Bat Rider as well. Doesn't have a stick at the start. We're having some slideshow coming out. Don't really know what's happening, but there was already 3 or 4 stickies on KP bottom.
KP's got 5 stacks on him.
It says 5 there?
6
6 there. Oh, you guys actually have it more updated than mine. I'm completely crashed out. I don't know.
Surely he's dead if he's got 6, and obviously it's kind of frozen at the moment. 6, that's a lot of stacks. He's not level 2, obviously.
On my screen, he walked back to the tower. And mid lane, it looks like Faith got some harassment onto Super and Afu, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's pretty frozen at the moment, it seems.
Hopefully we might be able to reconnect or something. Or
Afu's exercising, though. Look at him go. That Shaker, he's really putting in the cardio.
Look at him go.
At least we can look at the Sunken Relic in the meantime on the Bat Rider, too.
Oh, yeah, of course, Inflame.
Yeah, we
back in the game.
Does he have any other dope cosmetic on Bat Rider?
Yeah, I don't think we've got any of the orbitings. I had a look at that.
I like this set, though. Look at that. It's the mechanical bat. And it's got a little pumpkin on it, too. Feels pumpkin, man.
You know that aura that they had on the Tusk yesterday? I had looked. It's pretty hard to get, apparently.
It is really tough to get,
because it was basically as the story goes. Originally, you know how when you make something that gets in the game as an artist, you get like the self-made version?
Yeah.
So if you made a courier, you got a self-made courier back in the day. and the self-made status would be inscribed in a gem on it. And basically, if you then took this gem out of that courier, that only you would have if you were an artist, you had a self-made, you could then put in an ethereal gem. And at the time, the interesting thing was you could put it in, but it wouldn't actually do anything visually. Then when the Source 2 update came out, the effects then started to work. And then you could then see these things working. So people that had done it, because they're like, oh, I can put a gem in here because it's a cool glitch.
So you can't do it anymore.
You can't do it anymore. So that's why these items are very rare.
I thought so.
Apparently there's people in China that have like these very unique couriers that they can make these self-made items with.
That's so cool. Wow.
And obviously the players know them because the players they're the big guys over there.
That's so sick.
So that's why you
wish we knew that stuff, right? I wish some of us knew that.
But it's obviously a risky thing, you see, because you can pay a lot of money to have one, but you never know when some sort of update comes out when, bam, it doesn't work anymore. But it's unlikely because the gem's actually in the item, and, you know, Valve would have to intentionally turn off the effects, which they haven't done since Source 2.
So my screen updated a little bit. I don't think the in-game thing over there, but it looks like Pugna is leading the CS quite a lot as expected, 13-2, and we did have a first blood.
There's your first blood.
Killed Clockwork in the mid lane,
okay.
And KP on the Batrider doing something neat instead of laning directly versus the Batrider. Yeah, the Axe instead of laning versus the Batrider. Cuts the creep wave and pulls it into the neutrals, but not the small camp. He goes and pulls it into one of the medium camps, trying to get himself some bonus farm. Trying to see what other... It's not really moving. I just have small updates happening.
There was a global napalm then.
Yeah, there's a napalm that went from bottom lane to top just now. SCCC does pick up a return kill, though, it looked like, on Afu, I guess. He shows he got a kill. It still says 0-0, but he's got a kill.
Both supports, yeah, going down in that mid lane.
Afu's full HP on my screen, but he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead, though.
All that.
It's 4 minutes in already. I actually... Yeah, I don't know. But Afu just got an Invis rune, apparently. I'm getting rune updates, but I'm not getting anything else. Rune updates and kills. He gets a bounty rune as well. Afu's killing it right now. It shows him Invis, but he doesn't even know. I don't even know.
But he died. How did he get the Invis? Did he die after the Invis?
He's like level 1 dead with an Invis rune, but now he's level 3. Oh boy.
It's strange how certain things update, but the others don't.
Yeah, it is. I keep seeing Coddle Chakra himself, so I guess he's doing some action. And now we've got pings coming out from
He's not even got Chakra skilled at the moment. He's level 1, but he's got the Chakra magic buff.
Not on the screen, though. They don't see that. I see it.
Next level exploits here from the Chinese teams.
But yeah, looking just... What we were kind of expecting is that they're going to try to pressure the Lifestealer. I think he should still be able to get a good amount of farm because Coddle and Lifestealer, the Coddle can always just push out the lane constantly, and it's a little bit tough. They have the counteracting Dazzle heal to deal with it a bit, but it's not usually enough. So I think Lifestealer should still farm. The PL should farm just fine. I think the big one is that this Pugna should be dominating in the mid lane, and Batrider should have a completely free lane. But KP is jungling at least in the meantime, so he should also be quite farmed. Speaking of horses, we've got this on the screen right now.
Very nice, very nice.
I'm seeing pings and I'm hearing sticky stacks. No other kills have come up yet though on my screen at least, so it looks like it's still 2-1 lead for LFY at the moment.
Does it do anything if you reconnect? Does it make it better?
At least I'm still getting up. I hear a Pugna drain.
Yeah,
I heard a Pugna life drain for a second. So I think
wait, so he's level 6?
Dude, it's 6 minutes in already.
He's level 1 on our screen. Oh, he's level 2 on yours.
He's level 2 on my screen. I'm going to try reconnect.
Try reconnect, see if that doesn't...
But I don't want to... Let's hope this doesn't mess it up. Because I was at least getting some updates.
So I just heard someone say... our producer said there's been a patch. Oh.
Update.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, you don't get debated. There's not a patch. There's not a patch. Something's up. Okay.
I had already done the reconnect when you said that, but I'm connecting it.
Wait, we're trying.
And now I have a black screen, but I'm still hearing noises.
What? Normally it's not this bad with the Chinese services.
We got lucky yesterday, to be honest.
There was we had that glitch at the end. Yeah, but other than that, it was fine yesterday.
Yeah, we got really lucky yesterday, I think. Uh-oh.
We're very temperamental.
Sorry, guys. By the way, this is we're obviously in Sweden here, and we're doing the games from
How far
China,
away?
So
Sweden
it's pretty far.
to Shanghai in miles.
Is that is the server in Shanghai?
I think we're playing on the
would be playing
telecom
in
Shanghai or something. Yeah. Distance between Sweden and Shanghai. We are 4,800 miles away.
What does that mean? That's American.
We use kilometers.
So 7,758 kilometers away.
It's not that far, actually, is it?
That's pretty far, dude.
Is it quite far?
That's quite far.
Let's look at the map.
Let's look at the map. Owen's gonna bring it up.
Check it up on the map.
So we can't really give you many updates.
We're hearing the spells.
We're hearing spells, but no kills, no kill updates or anything. They are working frantically, word for word, from the producer.
Stockholm to Shanghai. I mean, you could get it on the same screen. So.
What does that even mean? You can just zoom out, Owen. Oh look, yeah, United States to Shanghai. Yeah, not too far, huh?
No, you guys are closer to Shanghai, aren't you? Well, the west coast. Well,
still pretty far.
It's pretty close, actually. Shanghai's literally bang in the middle of the west coast of the US. And
why'd you tell me to reconnect, Owen? Now I don't even have anything.
Yeah,
now I got nothing to even look at.
You
It's
can't
just a
even
black
click around.
screen. I can't do anything anymore.
Why is it not letting you reconnect? That is very strange. Sorry for this, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this is something that blows over after the first game.
How's your carrot?
That's good.
It's good. Healthy. I don't want to hear you chewing, Owen. I'm sure nobody else does either.
You can't hear that, can you? Oh,
I can hear the crunch. Oh, I wish we could actually. We're missing the whole early game. Unfortunate. Well, we're gonna get a pretty exciting post landing phase. That's for damn sure.
I heard an illuminate.
I heard an illuminate. And it's gonna be like LFY victory. Well, looking just at the drafts, LFY does have a bit of a, I guess you could say, like, they don't want to take it too far late unless they have a pretty sizable advantage because they are playing versus Ember and Lifestealer. Ember can do quite well versus the PL, but the Pugna can be pretty strong, so we'll see. What?
Oh, I thought something happened, but we just moved the camera, did we?
Just moved the camera. Look at, wow, Lifestealer looks pretty
He's doing the moonwalk.
Yeah, he looks pretty sweet.
Woo!
What's wrong with his one leg?
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Ready? You're okay. You're okay. Ready? Oh, okay. We're running out of ideas. So we're waiting for the game.
What's our panelists up to?
They're playing Bushy Man. Oh, they're playing Bushy Man.
We know what they're doing.
Just say, ladies and gentlemen, do go play Bushy Mammoth. It's a great game. I think Slacks and Blitz are there. Are you guys killing it at the moment? You're winning. They're winning.
They're winning. We don't know who's winning this.
Slacks, who are you playing?
Let's get some inspiration from the chat.
Blitz, who are you playing? Oh, Nikolai Stoller. Yeah, he's good. You're not playing Thomas the Tank Engine, Slacks?
We're getting flamed. They're like,
what?
Idiots, just reconnect.
We literally just tried to reconnect. Chat.
You're only 2 countries away.
Don't make me point my carrot at you.
Just reconnect.
I have a carrot stash. I don't. I cannot balance it on my... No, reconnecting does nothing, okay? Well, if I see one more person typing reconnect in the chat, they're getting banned. That's a warning.
Oh, I heard an Echo Slam. Someone's probably dead. So Alpha's doing well, clearly, if he's Echo Slamming people.
Yeah, he's got level 6.
We've got a kill update, apparently. LFY is leading 4-2.
Are we believing the Twitch chat update?
I would believe it. It was 2-1 before. I'm going to believe this guy.
We're gonna cast the game.
Paul, okay. I hope that you're not lying to us.
We're gonna cast the game from Twitch chat. Okay, so everything you guys tell us in the chat, we're gonna believe. So tell us what's happening. Yeah.
Right, he's giving us. He's still.
Paul O'Casey just spamming LFY 4-2. Newbie. Eating carrots will turn orange. No, I don't believe you there, Limit. Stream for the Dota 2 client.
Why not pause the game? Because it's not an error on their end.
We're not going to pause the game for the players.
The players are to have it fine because they're playing from
If we pause the game, we'd get a Reddit thread, and we don't want a Reddit thread.
At least we get to look at this cool courier, too.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Go to track Dota. Go to track Dota, yes. Yeah, shout out to the lads over there. Can we actually cast them?
It says it's 3-2 right now. So I think Paul may have trolled us a little bit, but
okay. Paul. I don't believe Paul's lies.
So it looks like
where's the game?
Mid tower has died.
Wait, where is it?
It's right there, dude.
Oh, I got confused because it said LGD versus VC. I was like, we're not doing those guys.
Looks pretty good. It looks like the mid tower has died. Super did kill it. I don't think this is completely updated either because it says Afu's still 4, but I heard an Echo Slam. And now here Grave.
Wait, how updated is this? Yeah.
But it does look like LFY is leading by a good amount right now, at least from what Track Dota is telling us.
Yeah, Newbee's already lost their tier 1 middle tower.
And there's a sizable gold advantage already coming out for the cores of LFY. That being said, though, Kaka, this is the thing, is like the cores are farming more, but there's the Coddle. And Kaka, the way he plays it very greedy, so he's always going to farm a lot, just like the way GH does, the same kind of style.
Checking our Russian fellows. Oh,
they're further ahead than us. It actually says
they're lagging as well, though, look.
But look at the kill score, 6-2, right? And like we kind of expected, the Pugna is really dominating this game so far. Yeah,
just checking the DreamHack Russian stream, and they are having some lag issues as well. But yeah, just say 6-2. LFY are leading at the moment. Any update from chat?
Paul said LFY 7-3.
Well, I might believe that because it's 6-2 on our screen.
Dude, even DreamHack's trolling us. They're telling us to reconnect too. DreamLeague, are you kidding me?
I said that as a meme. Come on, keep up. I said if you type reconnect, we're gonna ban you.
I know, but why are they getting in on it?
Because it's a good meme.
Because I'm sure they're gonna start spamming reconnect, and then DreamLeague's gonna start timing people out, being like.
Why is DreamLeague live this early? Working on my. Jeez, sorry. Someone's having a shout at us. That's because you probably live a little closer to China, maybe. I don't know. We're just quite far away here, so the connection is not great.
Cast from.
Why did he just dunk Roche? What? Radiance purchased by Cottle, according to Twitch chat.
So it does seem like they took another tower at least. So LFY is continuing that aggression. I mean, I can't cast like this, dude. I can't do Track Dota.
Oh, is the Track Dota update?
I mean, it's updating a little bit.
He's getting a kill.
As Triple C killed the hero, Super has died.
Newbee took the top tier tower. Watch game for the Dota 2 client. Well, we could, but that'll be on a 2-minute delay. Carrot won the game. Lasso onto Axe, according to Juno Loco.
Could you stop eating with the mic on? See, Owen, I told you people.
No, they love it.
The crunch.
They love it. They love the crunch.
Hearing spins.
I'm moving the mic away. Move the mic away.
Lasso.
Oh.
A life drain as well. Someone's dead.
Is that a kill? You think that's a kill?
He's still life draining. No, wait.
No.
Oh, that was a long life drain. It just
was
ended.
that the end of a life drain?
Yeah. Oh boy.
The problem, if we went on to like a Chinese stream and cast it from that, it would be 2 minutes delay. Because we obviously are streaming with a delay, because we're live in the lobby. So we're a couple minutes ahead of you.
Yeah.
So we are from the future. Hello. Kills are 7-5 for LGD. Newbee lost top and mid tower.
We're trying to fix it, of course.
LGD with the 3k gold advantage. So yes, LGD, LFY. LFY are leading at the moment. Kills now 8-7 according to Muddy Buddy Blank. LGD with now only a 1k gold advantage.
Yeah,
so Newbee's starting to pick things back up. The cores of LFY are ahead, but gold is nearly even.
That's good for...
Yeah.
That's really good for Newbee.
Yeah, Newbee's catching up slowly off the back of a bit of a rough early game. Yeah, LFY still with the top 3 net worth, though. All 3 of their cores ahead. Newbee, though, does have the 2k XP gold.
I'm back in.
I think we're back in. Woo! Look at all these spells flying about on our screen. Let's get back in the game, boys. Let's make this one big. We're good. We're back in. So shot him. What we got? 9-9. So it looks like we censored the stream for the Newbee fans because apparently they were getting crushed in the early game, but now Newbee are back on top. So as far as we've seen, it looks like Newbee have been doing final game, but apparently they had a bit of a rocky period now that they're... But now, yeah, as we can see, there we go. That's what we missed. LFY having a bit of a hot start.
The supports on the side of Newbee are killing it right now. Look at their net worth. 4,000 for the Clockwork, 5,000 for the Coddle, in comparison to 2,600 on Afu and 2,000 on DDC, respectively. So, Newbee looking to be in a pretty good position. Now with Blink Dagger and Hood finished up on the Axe.
Let's go Moogie. And yeah, not really going to do too much off the back of this invis. As the
got KP coming in though.
Oh, with the Axe though.
Nice a free kill right now.
That makes things a little bit different. PL is going to come through. Monet. That's the defusal. KP just immediately TPs out. Knows that he's got a safe escape. Alfu actually doing what, 1400 towards his blink. Still a bit of time before that's going to be there. And here we have the Lifestealer Ember Spirit movements.
Dude, Faith is massive on this support Clockwork. His Cloak, Urn, Tranquil Boots on the way toward a Blade Mail, and this is a very good hero versus the Pugna. So at least one of the cores can be shut down quite heavily by what Newbee's got to offer so far. And taking a look at Kaka, that's an Aghanims at 17 minutes.
Oh,
that's very scary.
Speed.
Like, LFY has 2 heroes that really depend on the blinks, and like we were mentioning, there's a lot of ways for Newbee to deal with that. And here we go, the smoke comes out, Newbee trying to pick a fight. It is daytime for 2 more minutes. Smoke comes out from LFY as well. There's no blink dagger on Afu, but they do have a blink, of course, on the Bat Rider for LFY. Newbee looking to get something. Faith pretty far up in the mid lane. The team is trying to go for him here, and now...
Yeah, he's got the hook shot to cancel the life drain. He does need backup. Actually going to get knocked out of the cogs there by the flame break. KP coming in with the call onto the Bat Rider. Bat Rider falling very low, but already they're just losing hero after hero. SCCC and Mugi just running at them. The Grave not going to be enough surely to save Afu, or maybe he does get the enchant totem off and continues to walk away. Faith is losing his life on the side. They're still alive though somehow. Faith not going down. Afu will finally get picked off. And at the end of the day, DDC the only one surviving on LFY as Newbee just overrun them. And I think, you know, as you're saying, we are starting to see just the effect of how the difference is between the sort of the supports of each side and having that difference in net worth and how much Kaka can do during this daytime with the Ags, these constant heals, makes it almost impossible for LFY to team fight this.
They can't fight during the daytime whatsoever on LFY. Like, this is actually looking extremely problematic, and they have this Pugna to be able to take towers early on and be able to pressure early. And now it's just a really grim position for them. Faith didn't even die in that last engagement.
No, I thought
he
was so damn low.
Yeah.
But yeah, these heals that come through from Kaka.
He's so farmed on this Clockwork. Now with the hood finished up, a lot of the damage that LFY it has, actually majority, pretty much 90% of it
only
is
the PL
magical.
really.
So Newbee itemizing very well.
I mean, yeah, 8k gold lead this early on is very scary.
Especially when they've got the better dual core into the later stages.
There we go, KP ready to set up for more. Jumps to try to hook shot there to make sure the Grave doesn't even have a chance to come out from DDC. DDC now trapped up, the heals flying through onto KP. He's back up to full health.
SCCC gets annihilated by the Pugna though.
They can get anything more though in favor of Newbee, and they will punish the Bat. But alright, they're killing off the Ember Spirit. That's certainly something, but again, overall it's just these massive trades favoring Newbee. 3 heroes down once again on LFY. They do keep their 2 cores alive. But still very scary.
Yeah, the Coddle has surpassed the Bat Rider in net worth. The Clockwork's about to do the same too, so the 2 supports on Newbee are pretty much transitioning into these pseudo cores in a way. Now it's nighttime, so this could be where LFI tries to claim an advantage back, but it's already a 9k deficit at 20 minutes. It's very substantial. We're going to take a look at this fight again. Beautiful by Faith.
Yeah, so we'll see again how exactly SCCC does get taken off. So he's right down the bottom at the moment.
He just gets owned.
There we go. Oh, he does.
Yeah, it's so much damage from Pugna.
Absolutely destroyed there on the Ember, but still, yeah, overall as a team, Newbee showing us the better team fight. Understandably so. Fighting this stage of the game with nearly a 10k gold lead, you've got to slip up pretty heavy to be losing these sort of fights.
Yeah. This is one of, in my opinion, one of Kaka's best heroes. The Coddle. He always seems to find his farm.
Smoke up now from LFY. Got the blink on the Bat. We can get SCCC would be the perfect catch. I'm going to grab him, they do. They get the last off in time. Does have the Flame Guard out, but that...
They need to
matter. Too much burst there.
They need to take advantage, like we were saying, of this nighttime. They need to do as much as they can, and expending those kind of ultimates for these kills will successfully lead them into some towers, or at least that last tier 1, which they really need to continue doing. Newbee though, trying to put some pressure of their own. Kaka recalling the Lifestealer Mugi toward top to try to pressure that tower. He'll be able to put a bit of damage on it. Faith positioned if he wants to go for bottom here. I mean, this Clockwork is so massive, dude. He's got Hood, Blade Mail. This looks like a core Clockwork, and he's like kind of a 5 Clockwork in a way because he was playing with the Coddle who has to get the Aghanims first. Faith spotting out in Flame.
Same time, yeah, it's Newbee just totally not interested at all in fighting, as you say. So they're keeping up top, keeping that push going on. Now a TP will come back over, in fact, from LFY to their shrine.
Still
TP
nighttime.
back from Inflame. They've got the high ground there, Newbee. KP just jumps in, has the duel, and this Batrider in a whole world of pain there. He knew that they were pushing in that lane, but he just kind of TPs in and accepts his fate. Off the back of that, Newbee just get back in position, continue to push this tier 2. They know they don't have to worry about the Batrider jump. And that is a huge part of LFY's ability to take these fights.
Yeah, and it's a minute and a half till daytime. And Newbee have no problem taking any kind of fight during the day.
Yeah. So with the Arcane Rune as well on SDCC. It's very hard for LFY to hold this tier 2 tower there. They're not going to have to let it go by the looks of it. KP already leading forward, seeing if he can find an opening. Blinks in blindly just to see if there was anyone hanging around, but LFY have backed off. But yeah, that's scary. Newbee being able to take these towers even during the night time and getting kills as well alongside it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Afu. Almost with the Blink Dagger. 200 more gold till they actually have a better form of initiation and burst, but Inflame is really struggling this game on the Batrider. Blink double bracer building into the Atos to have that extra catch that they really need on the Ember Spirit. As we said, there's not really a whole lot of lockdown for this Ember.
Let's see what Inflame can find. Back just to cleaning out the mid lane. Gem out on the clock. Still very early on, 23 minutes in. And LFY unable to slow down this advantage that Newbee's been creeping up against them.
Yeah, and, yeah, like you said, the big advantage coming out from Newbee. And here we go, daytime. They're going to smoke up probably right away with it. They do. And the Infest comes out as well. And in the meanwhile, too, the beautiful thing about always having Coddle is you can recall anybody else who's not involved. And on top of that, they have an Ember who has boots of travel. So he can join the fray whenever he feels like he needs to. And LFY feeling extremely pressured. As soon as it hits day, they all just run inside their base, stick together.
Yeah, they know that Newbee's going to be hunting for this fight. I mean, Newbee, they are ready to fight aggressive. LFY actually smoking up themselves. They do want to try and take something. They have the blink on the Shaker as well as the slam.
They threw a scan in their jungle. Smoke breaks from Newbee.
Both teams inadvertently dodging each other. They'll see the Dazzle here in the mid lane, but still Newbee is heading down bottom. They may settle for pushing this wave around and getting the tier 2. LFY.
Seems like they kind of know where they are, or Newbee seems to know where LFY kind of is. And there we go, he spawns him. He
sees Monet.
I don't see how LFY takes this fight out at all. They have to get some miraculous catch onto like the Coddle in the beginning of the fight.
Looks like Newbee though be too hasty about going for that fight there. SCCC goes straight up to the top, they split back up.
Yeah, look at Fly's worldwide stats on the Dazzle.
So, yeah.
69.6% win rate with 115 games. That's pretty absurd.
But I think with no doubt, looking at those stats, definitely these two, the two best Dazzle players in the world.
I mean, that's like Frankfurt Major, right? He played like 30 games of Dazzle or something on Fly, and they dominated.
Pretty much won them all, didn't?
Yeah. So that'll kind of happen. So how many 4-steps do we have coming out on LFY to push away at least from the Clockwork? We have 1, 2 right now at the moment, Dazzle and Pugna. But now Newbee make their way into the pit. Should be able to clear that one out quite quickly with the sustain from the heals. And Mugi already has Armlet SNY finished, and as we were mentioning in the draft, he has to probably go for a Maelstrom just in case to deal with the PL, and it's just a good item to push out waves as a life stealer since that's what you lack heavily. You can't flash farm on the hero and keep those waves forced out. Arcane Rune bottom. SCCC grabs it, and they find a ward as well. Beauty of having gem Aghanims on the Coddle so early on.
Here we go. Monet. Looking at Mugi. The team's getting very close to one another once again. Faith is getting held back by these illusions, blocking any chance of a hook shot as such, so have to walk away for a bit of time.
PL needs to be much larger for them to take those these kind of engagements versus Newbee.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now they have at least the Aghanims on the Pugna, so he's got a good amount of damage that he can deal, but Newbee, infinite sustain pushing these towers.
See what LFY can do. Not a lot in terms of holding a tier 2.
Radiant's
Especially
middle
during
tower has
daytime.
fallen.
Newbee keeping pretty much total control of the outer map.
At this point now it's just methodical. They have to just stick together, make sure that they claim the last tier 2 and farm majority of the map, while LFY they're super limited, like no one's really farming. They farm maybe 1 or 2 waves every minute, which is extremely slow in comparison. As soon as now, Inflame leaving the base. It looked like it was spotted by the ward, at least for a moment.
No, what's up?
Flies over. He's trying to just keep the waves pushed out as best as possible. Super hard for them. This is recovery Dota right here, where you just don't take fights and try to farm up and out. It is nighttime though. They could try to do something, but it's still extremely difficult at this deficit. 13k gold lead, almost 15k gold lead, and 15k experience for Newbee. Just absolutely putting on a clinic.
They are starting to leave the base.
Yes.
Flame and Arfu ready to lead the hunt.
Radiant's
They have to
top
defend
tower is under
every time
attack.
that the PL doesn't want to push out and try to farm waves. They have to have the Earthshaker and Batrider in the vicinity. Dazzle doesn't really help too much, unfortunately, because of that axe pick, as we mentioned several times. They look like they're trying to make a go here on the mid lane. Super has to be very careful here, KP.
Ooh.
Tries to get the catch, but unable to.
Just a little too far, and I will scan that high ground as well, just to confirm their suspicions that Newbee indeed did have quite a few members in that neighborhood ready to try and fight around the mid lane. As you say, Inflame, just constantly shoving out these side lanes, trying to alleviate the pressure that Newbee has really been putting on.
It's getting harder and harder too, because they're starting to build toward those Lincolns to stop Inflame, and the root comes out. Do they have enough to film? My God, with the Veil and the Remnants, the triple Remnant, more than enough to be able to bring down the Batrider, since he is level 18 on the Ember Spirit with that maximum damage on the Remnants. Maelstrom now finished on Lifestealer. No ways to keep those lanes shoved in the face of LFY. And LFY, under majority of this, is playing under vision, because Newbee, since they had such a commanding lead, they were able to put down very aggressive wards, and they saw the Pugna walking toward that camp, and we do see Faith and KP and Kaka all making their way over there.
Yeah, Super's got to get out of it. KP's ready.
Oh,
The jump is too close, gets caught out immediately by the jump call. DDC will be there, but of course the Grave doing nothing. And Kaka already setting up for a second with a mana leak on DDC, no escape for the Dazzle, double kill for KP. Faith also with eyes onto Arfu.
Faith actually spots Afu. Afu is dead.
There's no way he gets out of this one.
The counter, the hard counter to Earthshaker, the clockwork.
Oh, feels bad though.
Oh, I
SCTC
triple
with the kill stick. Yeah.
Faith's fine with that. I mean, Faith,
Is he though?
Faith's the kind of player
fault?
that doesn't mind.
Mid lane as well. Newbee just getting.
Oh boy.
Could he get out of this one? No, he gets knocked back there. Down to the low ground. And Newbee with a 4th kill in quick succession there.
Not really
picking LFY apart.
Not seeing a good way for LFY to get back into this game at all. It's just too much of a deficit already. And they have a pretty early game-centric lineup wanting to group up, at least besides the
Look
PL.
at this. Straight into the base. DDC. Oh, just get himself forced out. Still dead though. See if they can punish. Super's turning towards Faith. He's out of mana. Backing away. Monet. Oh, actually gets knocked back into range there at Mugi. Oh, that was nice. But Arfu with the Echo Slam. Yeah, takes down Faith. Monet's still got a doppelganger, so he should be okay. But SCTC Remnant straight on top of Arfu. It was a cute little Echo Slam, but at this stage, it's not really going to slow down Newbee too much at all. They will be forced back. But LFY continuing to lose members. They are chasing. Lincoln's Fair helping out. Flame does come in, and okay, they do get.
That's a big kill.
That is a big kill. Can they get anything more though? That's the question. Mugi's still around, ready to fight at Monet. In fact, Monet very low on the mana front. He has got the armor. He will be forced away. They do get the kill on KP. They may even get Mugi if they can kite him enough. Monet, doppelganger's away.
They're gonna get him too.
Oh my goodness. What a swing there at the back of that from about a 20k gold lead just down to a 13. That was a massive swing.
I cursed it.
Yeah, I mean, we were like, well, and then suddenly they just die.
Let's look at the amount of life drains he casted in the fight. 14 and 8 decrepifies. But that Echo Slam from
that
Afu,
kicked it off, yeah.
That's the big thing that kicked it off. I think Monet had to expend 7 or 6 defusal charges in that one fight too. He's out of defusal just after that, but big swing, and that's exactly what they need to kind of come back in this. The PL
we'll see it again,
massive.
Well, just it looks like the ending of it, but these were the big kills that they were able to chase for and get on the way out.
Did they grab the gem themselves too? Did they get it?
I think that Karka got away with it. Did you buy a new one?
No, they had LFY bought themselves a gem, and it doesn't look like they actually got it back. Not that I'm seeing at least, unless I'm blind. So the fresh picked up gem from LFY was taken by a Newbee.
Quite the blunder there from Newbee. They do not want to let that happen again, especially when they haven't, they're yet to take any racks or a T3. Nevertheless, so got to be a little more careful about how they dive for those kills. They're getting a lot of momentum, so you can't really blame. They were, blame them for getting carried away when they were literally killing LFY kill after kill after kill after kill, and then bam, suddenly it switches around. Back in there with the action. KP gets the call on CDC with the dazzle gone.
And it's daytime now. That was also the thing that they jumped really far into the base during nighttime, so they didn't have the heals coming in from the Coddle. So PL, remember, now he's surpassed on the net worth, but they do have good matchups for it. Top lane, they get the call.
Lovely call as well from KP, just on the tip, round the trees. Knocks him down. They've got the battery assault with the mana leak. There's no escape for Inflame. That's the bat gone. And they can push this lane back around.
Monet's pretty firm though. Manta, Fusel 2 with Boots of Travel.
It's the same thing. I mean, but the two cores of LFY have pretty much kept themselves up there. Is really the difference between the other three in the teams is what's setting Newbee apart by quite some difference.
KP building toward the BKB next to deal with, as we said, LFY's majority magic damage lineup, and then he doesn't have to worry too much about the diffusal mana burn. He's always going to be able to go in and have mana to use all of his spells on the X. But yeah, Mjolnir already finished up now for Mugi, so that's the pretty much hard counter to the Phantom Lancer that the Lifestealer can build. And I didn't see what SCCC was building. Okay, so he is going for Radiance next. Yeah. Good. Yeah, I really like that. Having the Veil, the Lincolns, and the Blade Mail, he's already hit every other ticker that he needs. Radiance lovely versus PL, given that miss rate on the illusions and stopping the blinks of the Earthshaker Batrider, as we said previously. Roche time. During daytime, they have 45 seconds, so that Roche will die and they'll be full health because of the Coddle Blasts during it. It's already looks like a Lincoln Sphere now coming out for Kaka too, so this Coddle is enormous.
With this Roche, Newbee should be a lot safer to try and end the game, or at least break one of the lanes of racks. It's going to be not impossible though for LFY to hold. We have seen Afu can get a good echo to kick things off.
I feel like that last situation they had was like the dream scenario, but it's going to be nighttime again for the next 4 minutes, and they're going to smoke right away. They want to take fights around the nighttime. Seems like they know where Newbee is positioned too.
Oh, this smoke was of course all underneath this this observer ward that Newbee have inside the base. So Newbee know what's up. In fact, Newbee, they want to prepare. They want to fight this. Lay down some vision, make sure they have got the setup. Inflame tries to go forward, but immediately held back by the root. They surround the bat. That's the bat down. Faith went straight in off the back lines. And in fact, he's setting up for more as Newbee now can chase, thanks to Faith, bringing them down with the battery assault. Newbee find a second.
And this is at nighttime too. This is Elfwife really wanted to try to get a catch there before Newbee hits the base, but now here comes the siege.
And that high ground observer ward being absolutely massive there for Newbee, giving them all that information so they can set up for that, take that fight right outside.
Wards win you games. super now. Level 21 gets that extra cast range from the talent and also a blink dagger to keep the distance. So he's going to be able to at least spam to try to get some defense going, but inevitably Newbee does look like they're able to claim this tower.
Oh, Monet.
Manta dodges the axe call.
That was close.
That was pretty sweet.
Very close. And Newbee, that's a tier 3. Back off and they can look for the shrines.
Monet is actually forced, or I guess I can kind of say forced. He has to take the magic resist talent at level 20 over the evasion on the PL because there's so much magic coming out from Newbee. That helps his illusions quite a lot too, though, and himself. Actually, just helps himself. Sorry. Illusions do not get the magic resist. Duh. New.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
And KP. Getting the catch here. Faith, Kaka bringing in STCC. Mugi's there as well. Newbee once again with the full 5-man. Arfu does jump in with the Echo, but the BKBs and the Rages are out, so it does minimal. Has minimal effect against any of Newbee's heroes. Super.
They're trying to get super as well.
They're going to get it. This should be coming close to the close. They'll buy back. But Newbee now with a 25k gold lead.
Monet can't get into the fight versus this non-stop Kaka blast. He tries to go in. As soon as he uses and gets any illusions up, they just get nuked down instantly. Double buybacks coming out, trying to hold that Rax, but the tier 3 is claimed.
Buyback on Arfu, but there's no Echo Slam. How can they hold? KP might be able to get the blink in, but it doesn't really matter at the moment. Mugi's got all the space that he needs to be down on the melee Rax. Actually, this is super potent is going to spook him a little too much. He will leave it alone. So the Rax remain. SDCC now has that Radiance complete.
Full Radiance delivered, yeah. 27,000 gold lead, though, and 30,000 experience lead. It's getting to the ridiculous territory.
And again, this is them sitting outside a base and pushing during nighttime. They don't care about the daytime anymore with the amount of lead that they have. They take the melee Rax, they back off. LFY, can they really swing this one around? It's such a huge lead for Newbee. Nearly 30,000 at 39 minutes in.
Still thinking it's near impossible. They did have that beautiful, of course, situation that happened, but that was the dream scenario, and now it's going to be daytime in 40 seconds, and that's going to be where Newbee can really seal the deal.
Mugi coming in for some action. Inflame does get the lasso off, dodges the KP cool. And it looks like it doesn't matter too much. They still surround the Batrider. They may be able to save him there with the Fissure block and the Grave. It's going to be close. KP rooted as well by the Rod. They're trying to get Inflame out of there, but KP just ignores him, jumps in for more, gets the call onto 2, drags them back into the clutches of Mugi. There's the root there as well from SDCC. Super trying his best to bring down this Ember Spirit. Will get forced down to the low ground, but they've lost 2 on LFY. Newbee are moving in for more. Monet able to Manta style, get himself back. Faith forcing forward though, trying to chase. Super's gonna go indeed. GG is finally called, and Newbee take game 1 with quite a convincing performance as well. We didn't quite see the beginning. LFY seemed to have a little bit of a lead then, but ever since the laning stage, yeah, Newbee's supports and just farmed up an absolute treat, and LFY could never really catch